It's been so long, I forgot how to turn my mic on. All right. Good morning, everybody. I'm the chair, Kathy Lewis, and this is the Board of Appeals January 9th, 2026 meeting and hearing being held both in person at the Hilo Council Chambers as well as virtually using the Zoom platform. How's my volume? It's okay? All right. At this point in time, I am opening up the proceedings to take statements from the public on items that are on our agenda. Public testifiers can testify now, or if they prefer, prior to an agenda item they wish to testify on. And Ms. Sylvia Wan here, our attorney, will keep time. Anybody that wants to testify will have 3 minutes and will be warned at the 2.5 minute point that you need to wind up. Bethany, do we have any public testifiers at this time?
Chair, no public testifiers.
Okay, and nobody on Zoom
No.
to testify. All right, very good. Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, great. Thank you. We have a new member on our board today, so I'd like everybody to introduce themselves. Why don't we start with you, Mr. Kimura, and we'll move down the line. And
I'm John Kimura, board member.
I'm technically not a part of the
oh,
board.
okay, but
I can do both, yeah.
I'm Kathy Lewis, as I said, chair at this point.
I'm Macy Wilson, board member.
And Macy is our new member. And then on Zoom, we have one of our board members. That's Rachel.
Vice Chair, nice to meet you.
Hopefully next time we'll see her in person there.
Yes.
And
Okay.
perfect. My name is Sylvia Wan. I'm Deputy Corporation Counsel. I am the counsel for the board. As well, we have assisting Bethany Morrison and Ashley DeVera.
Okay, very good. And thank you so much for joining the board. I really appreciate it. All right, now we're going to move on to new business. And we only have one case today, and that is Mr. Dwight Vicente's petition, which is PL-INT-2025-011330. At this point, we are considering whether to accept a defective petition, something that has been deemed defective by the staff for the reasons. Has everybody had a chance to review the petition, the defective petition letter, and Mr. Vicente's response?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, great. All right, then we're ready to proceed. So this is an appeal of the decision by the planning director. The date is unknown. We don't know what the date of the action is. The location, I'm not sure how we have this location, but it's Aina Drive, Hilo, Hawaii 96720. Maybe that's Mr. Vicente's address. Okay.
Well,
yeah. All right. Bethany, are there any public testifiers on this particular agenda item?
No public testifiers, Chair.
Okay. And I see Mr. Vicente, you're here in the audience and you're just representing yourself today, correct? Okay. And there are no other parties or representatives appearing today. All right, so we are here to address the defective petition filed in this case, and the board will now hear any statements that you want to make, Mr. Vicente. I'm going to ask you to keep your presentation to 5 minutes, and at 1 minute, Ms. Wan will give you a signal to let you know to wrap it up.
Good morning. My name is Dwight Vicente, making a special appearance representing the Hawaiian Kingdom under the 1840 Constitution and the 1848 Mahele, which is a Kanaka land trust, which is still in effect today. So the lands prior to the 1848 Mahele was leased out by at least 300 ali'is in their name. The Mahele did one thing. It changed it over to the Hawaiian Kingdom, and the lands became crown and government lands. The lands in question today is crown lands. These lands were leased out under King Kalakaua for 30 years, from 1890 to 1920, to Waikea Sugar Company. In 1917, the Waikea Sugar Company sold the lands as homestead. They had no authority because the leases were under common law under the 1840 Constitution for the Hawaiian Kingdom. So under common law, it's very strict. They're only leasing the lands like everybody else. There's over 2.2 million acres of crown and government lands that was leased out for 30 years. Not to mention there was the Kuleana lands for 99 years, which ended in the 1980s somewhere. So those lands are still in effect. You got some problems with those Kuleana lands too. So the plantations were leasing the lands to plant sugarcane. That was all part of the scheme behind the colonization program, which started out under President Monroe, 1820, when he sent over the missionary families to colonize his kingdom, not under the U.S. Constitution. The program was under the Northwest Ordinance of July 1787. That is a pre-constitutional. Constitution was adopted September 17, 1787. So in the U.S. Constitution, the Northwest Ordinance became Article 4, Section 3, Clause 1 and 2. And if you read Article 2, it says, tense, one territory, Northwest Ordinance, the Ohio River Valley Indian Reserve, and other Indian lands that were stolen to September 17, 1787. There's no amendment to the Northwest Ordinance, no amendment to the U.S. Constitution to add any new lands, whether it be the Louisiana Purchase of California, or taking over other lands, Philippines, Guam, Cuba, Virgin Isles. So you can see that the U.S. is doing things not under the U.S. Constitution. So it raises constitutional question. One, Hawaiian Kingdom constitutional questions, the limits of the U.S. Constitution, and the limits of the Northwest Ordinance, which has a history going back to the Revolutionary War and the Continental Congress. So there's a lot of issues that this board cannot address. Even the state courts, being that the state is covered under the Northwest Ordinance, they're illegitimate. The courts become illegitimate. They cannot answer all those questions. They cannot get into them. The U.S. Supreme Court cannot even get into them because the U.S. Supreme Court is limited by the Constitution. They cannot go into the Declaration of Independence. They cannot go into the Northwest Ordinance, the Articles of Confederation. They only can deal with rules and regulation. So there's a lot of constitutional questions that's still out there. There's even the Queen's protest of January 17, 1893 against U.S. Minister Stevens. That is yet to go to the U.S. Supreme Court. Article 3, Section 2, Clause 2. So there's a lot of constitutional issues that are divided by jurisdiction or limited by jurisdiction. So that's very problematic, but we're here in the Hawaiian Kingdom. So it's Hawaiian Kingdom jurisdiction that counts. The only other part is the U.S. got to restrain itself by its own constitution, whether it be President Monroe or the missionary families or any other foreign nationals that aided the U.S. in colonization of this kingdom, and there's many. It's not only the missionary families. The Japanese got involved in 1893 by an agreement. So all rights reserved. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Vicente. What is it that, why did you choose this body to bring your, whatever, I don't know what to call, what you're asking for. Why is it that you chose this board? Or,
Well, it's part of your illegitimate procedure that I'm following.
but
So from here, it'll go to
open to you that,
the,
did the, is this under the planning?
Yes.
Did the planning department have some kind of an action against you that,
a little bit of history about the state of Hawaii.
well, no, I'm gonna ask you a very specific question, okay? Is there something that the planning department has done in recent times that prompted this?
Well, they're acting under the planning commission. The
Okay,
planning commission is acting under the state land use commission. The
Oh,
state
okay,
jurisdiction is
Mr.
limited.
Vicente, I hate to keep interrupting you, but you know, we can't spend a lot of time on this matter. So you didn't apply for a permit, or were denied a permit, or something of that nature?
Well, we're given notice that illegal corporation is trying to develop the crown lands in their name.
Is it your land that they're trying to
They have
do?
rights to the land under the 1848 Mahele. It's a land trust.
Did anybody send you personally anything from the planning department that you're objecting to? Did you get?
Well, I
any-
got the notice on they posted a sign. And that's what the notice is based on.
Right, does anybody else on the board have any questions for Mr. Vicente? Okay. Well, Mr. Vicente, you probably are not going to be surprised to hear me say that we have a very limited jurisdiction here. We don't have any power to address your grievance. I don't mean to discount it or anything of that nature, but we're just a very lowly board here that gets to hear permits or zoning and things of that nature. We have no way to help you with your grievance.
Well, it's part of the procedure that
I do understand that. I mean, it's just that that's our procedure, and so we don't have the power to declare it legal, illegal, or anything of that nature. We just don't have that. You're not in the right spot for your grievance, but I appreciate your efforts, and I'm gonna at this point take a vote on. We'll call for a motion, right? Thank you. We'll call for a motion about whether to accept the petition or reject it as not under our jurisdiction, under what is the word we use, defective petition. So I'm looking for a motion.
I'll make a motion to call the petition defective.
Okay, can I get a second?
I'll second that, John Kimura.
Okay, any discussion on this? the
This
board members?
Deputy Corporation Counsel, Rachel, if you could please provide a few statements as to the reasoning behind calling this particular petition defective. I will just also note for the record, the board did provide a letter to Mr. Vicente outlining the board staff's ideas as to what would make this defective.
Okay, so do you want me to make the full motion, Sylvia?
No, you already made the motion. This is just
Okay.
discussion. This is just
Okay.
your reasonings to support your motion.
Yep, I believe this is outside of the county's jurisdiction, supporting what Kathy Lewis said. This board functions within the county zoning and planning laws, and his particular petition falls outside of our jurisdiction.
Thank you.
And yeah, I second that and I agree with that.
I'm also going to add to the discussion that I don't see any kind of final agency action from which we can make a decision on. It's really our only way of making decisions here. So let's call for a vote then. Why don't we have a roll call vote
Okay.
on the motion?
On the motion for the defective petition, Rachel Abel,
Aye.
Board Member John Kimura,
Aye.
Board Member Macy Wilson,
Aye.
and Chair Kathy Lewis.
Aye.
Chair, you have 4 ayes.
Okay, so with that, I'm going to feel it's probably not a surprise to you, but your petition has been rejected, and we won't be taking any further action on your petition. But we thank you for your time, Mr. Vicente.
I'd like to make a statement after this proceeding.
I'll let you have 1 minute, and that's it. Because we just can't help you, so, but you can make a statement if you like.
Dwight Vicente, represent Hawaiian Kingdom. The jurisdiction question was raised, and procedurally, it has to be dealt with. In this case, it wasn't dealt with. The state and county is claiming jurisdiction through the state, the Land Use Commission, the county through the Planning Commission. It's not part of the ceded land in 1898. The ceded land is 1,750,000 acres of Crown and government lands that had no lease contract on. King Kalakaua did a 30-year lease contract for a reason. And these are the lands that were not ceded in 1898. So they still fall under the jurisdiction of the Hawaiian Kingdom, since the state of Hawaii relies on the 1898 joint resolution. So it's very problematic when you
15
see
seconds remaining.
all what's historically been happening. The Brewing case in 2022 is a good example. They went by history. And you got to look at the history. You got the Hawaiian Kingdom history, the U.S. constitutional history, Northwest Ordinance history, and never the twain shall meet.
Okay,
And
Mr. Vicente, I'm sorry. I know you could probably go on for quite a while on this, but unfortunately, we're going to move on to something else, and we do appreciate your time.
thank you. Will I get a written?
Yeah, so, Chair, Deputy Corporation Counsel Sylvia Wan, I'll just note for the board, because this is the board's motion, I'll prepare the form of the order that will be placed on the next.
It's an order. I
next
will be
regular meeting.
appealing.
Yes, so the board has to adopt the order, and then you'll have 30 days after the order is adopted.
And sent to me.
Yes, you will get
Okay.
a copy.
So I will be appealing. That's my notice
And
to
then
you
you
guys,
can appeal it to the court if you decide.
which has no jurisdiction.
Yeah.
These are the leased lands now.
Wish you the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I'll just mention here for the record that case number 2, William Frazier, PL-BOA-2025-000123, has been moved to the board's March 13th agenda here in Hilo. Similarly, 2 cases filed by Ms. Claudia Rohr, PL-BOA-2025-000119, and PL-BOA-2025-000121 have both also been moved to the board's March 13th Hilo agenda. So the next matter is we have before us the minutes of our last meeting in October 10th, 2025. Has everybody had a chance to take a look at those minutes? Okay. All right. Then I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes or to make any amendments or corrections anybody would like to make.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Thank
I
you.
don't see any. Okay.
Take a second to that motion.
So I'll just note that Ms. Abel moved and Mr. Kimura seconded.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I missed that. Any discussion on that? Hearing none, then why don't we just take a oral vote? All those in favor of the approving the October 10th board minutes, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, so that is approved. Now we'll move on to administrative matters. The election of officers for 2026. We're kind of in a pretty limited situation here. We have two fairly new members, but are either of the new members interested in taking a board position for this year?
Not me.
Okay. How about, what's your feeling now, Rachel, in terms of what you're ready for? Do you feel ready to take the presidency?
Oh, I
Chair.
missed the previous question or what was said. Are you going somewhere, Kathy?
No,
Oh,
but
okay,
I'm
good.
always
Um,
happy to be on the sidelines more, the supporting position. You need
yeah,
you need a little more time
I
still.
feel like I need a little bit more time, but I definitely feel like I'm moving in that direction. I had an appointment in Hilo yesterday, so it was a matter of when I saw the agenda, but I was planning on being there with that full agenda. But not driving back and forth twice. It just didn't work out with
Oh, sure.
scheduling, and I saw it thinned out in Saddle Road. It's a little bit sketchy to me for a moment with all the accidents lately. So I said, it's better not just
Oh,
with
yeah.
thinner. Yeah. I don't know if for a moment.
Well, are you willing to serve as vice president again?
Vice Chair.
Oh,
Vice chair, I
vice
mean,
chair.
vice chair.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So we have, I'll nominate Rachel Abel for vice chair.
And it appears that she has accepted. Is there a second to that nomination?
I'll second it.
It's been seconded by Mr. Kimura. At this point, the board members can discuss the nomination of Ms. Abel to vice chair.
Well, we're very,
Well,
Is the discussion lucky it's not me?
the discussion is we're very appreciative that you're willing to do that.
Yes, I'm appreciative of you.
Well, we'll keep working at it and try to get you to run a meeting or two before you have to take over. All right. So should we have a vote on it? I guess. I don't know.
We should, yeah, let's do a roll call.
Okay. Thank you, Bethany.
No problem. On the motion to nominate Rachel Abel as vice chair, I have Chair Kathy Lewis.
Would this be a motion to elect her?
Yes, it would
Oh,
be motion to elect.
Not nominate.
Right.
Sorry.
She's
She's
nominated.
been nominated.
Got it.
Now
Sorry.
it's to elect her.
Yeah.
Thank you. Chair Kathy Lewis.
Aye.
Member John Kimura.
aye.
Member Rachel Abel.
Aye.
And board member Macy Wilson.
Aye.
Unanimous.
Okay.
Good
And
Thank you for your
job,
trust, guys.
everybody.
thank you. We're so proud of you. All right. Well,
I know we jest, but last we have nomination for chair. Can I hear a nomination for chair?
John Kimura, I'll nominate Kathy for chair again.
yeah. Somebody should second it, I guess. huh?
Well, first
Yeah.
off, do you accept?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so Kathy has accepted the nomination for chair. With that nomination, I'm going to turn that nomination into a motion to elect Kathy Lewis as chair. Is there a second to the motion to elect her as chair?
No.
Rachel Abel, I'll second that motion.
Fantastic. Now there's discussion for having Kathy to continue on in our illustrious position as chair.
No discussion.
As long as she's able and willing.
Hopefully so. All right. Well, shall we?
I know I'm not a board member, but I just want to say, as Deputy Corporation Counsel, it has been a joy to work with Kathy as chair, and I do appreciate her willingness to continue on, even though I know she would prefer to be on the sideline. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
You're very
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you.
So, one last time.
All right, on the motion to elect Kathy Lewis as chair, board member John Kimura,
Aye.
board member Rachel Abel,
Aye.
board member Macy Wilson,
Aye.
and chair Kathy Lewis.
Aye.
Unanimous.
Would seem silly to say nay, so.
Congratulations, Chair Lewis.
Yay.
All right, moving on then to announcements and so forth. Ms. Wan, you have a status update of an appeal that was filed with the court on one of our decisions.
Yes, so presently we have a total of 4 appeals that have gone to either circuit or federal court. So first is case with Ms. Rohr, which is BOA 22-0057. That case is still pending before the federal court. So we're still waiting decision in that matter.
Is that an ADA type of a?
Yes, that was an ADA complaint.
Does everybody know what that means? Americans with Disabilities, yeah.
Okay, so that matter is still pending. Then there is Mr. Belisario's case, 2024-00101. So in that case, it had been decided by the circuit court. He decided to appeal to the Intermediate Court of Appeals. So it's now pending before the Intermediate Court of Appeals. I'll keep you abreast of developments. The last 2 are from 1250 Oceanside. That's BOA 2024-104 and 105. Those 2 cases went before the circuit court, and the judge in those 2 cases have remanded to the board for basically the judge is asking for additional information to be included in the board's findings of fact and conclusions of law. I am currently working with the chair and with the litigation attorney for that particular case to try to provide a form of, I believe, an acceptable order to the board for your consideration based on the findings of the circuit court judge. So I'm hoping that that will be in February if we can get it together in time.
Okay.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much for your patience in that matter. I just want to make sure that we cover all the requests.
Now, if anybody wants to read the judge's opinion, I think, was it?
I think we filed it within those cases.
It was provided, but if,
Be able-
like, for instance, you would be able to get that, you can get in touch with anybody on the staff and they'll make sure. And I don't know if you've been shown how to use our filing system, our online systems. That would be something we should provide.
I
some
believe the
guidance.
order has been filed within the Epic system under the 2 planning board cases for 104 and 105. I'm just double checking.
I suspect so.
Okay,
Okay.
and the board staff can send it out once more,
Yeah.
just so that you are given a heads up as to what the court's order was.
This brings to mind the fact that, I mean, everybody comes in at different times, and unfortunately, the training doesn't always happen right at the beginning of your tenure. But I hope I'm not putting my foot in my mouth by saying I think the staff would be happy to show you how to use that system, how to bring up things before hearings if you want to look at whatever there is on file, and you should at least review those matters. Okay. And the same goes for you, Mr. Kumar, because you never really got any formal training either.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I will just note, all new board members do get onboarding training by the department and myself. So there is that, but I understand what you're talking about is more technical, administrative in matter. So yes, the board staff is always here for you, and if you have questions, we're more than happy.
And you're always welcome to get in touch with me. Do you have a board contact list? Does everybody have that?
So we do not provide contact lists of all the members to the members.
We don't.
No, and that's just to prevent any sunshine
Oh, sure. Okay.
issues.
Okay.
So you as chair would have contact with some members, and if
Yeah.
there's ever a permitted interaction group, then contact
Yeah.
information would be exchanged for those purposes, but otherwise, no. If
Okay.
you do have questions or concerns, the appropriate method would to be to reach out to one of the board staff or myself if it is a legal question, and we will be more than happy to assist
Right,
you.
thank you, right, that's right, of course. All right. So, are there any other announcements that anybody wants to make? If not, then we are now adjourned. That's the first time I've used the gavel.
So I'll just note for the record, it is 10:01 a.m.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.